Hello, everybody. How are we today? This one's to the chat, and to my lovely cast, how are we today?
Doing great.
We're here. We're
Wonderful.
ready to play.
Pretty
We're
chill.
here,
I'm on my
we're
usual
here. It's been a
bullshit.
whole last year. I'm so excited to be
Oh.
back.
It's crazy. Has it
Too
been a year?
long.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It
That's
has
insane.
actually, unless we
I'm
count
just moving.
the non-canon one shot for that we did back in January.
God,
That
that
was
was in
January?
January?
Yes,
It feels like it was like October,
yeah. Time
September.
is soup.
That was this year? Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, chat. Welcome back, all of you lovely people, to our Marvel Multiverse game. I am Sean. I use he, him pronouns. I am going to be the narrator for the story that we are continuing. And I'm going to pass it over to Jordan.
Hello, my name is Jordan. I use he, him pronouns, and then I'm going to be playing Michael Donovan, aka AWOL. And I'm going to pass it to Dare.
Hi, hey, and hello. My name is Dare. I use she, they, and its pronouns. I'm stealing all of them at this point. And I'm playing the ever lovely exploit who is stealing everyone's powers at this point. Who do I pass it to? I super forgot.
Whoever you want.
I'll pass it to Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah or Smurf. I use she, her pronouns, and I'll be playing Amista, aka Hellhound. And finally, I'll pass it to Tali.
Me. Hi, everybody. My name is
You.
Tolly. I use they and them pronouns. You can find me on anywhere on the internet at that's underscore Barnaby, and I am playing our Uber Scheherazade.
The gang is all here. All right. Well, without further ado, we are going to jump right into it. This is Arc2, picking up right where we left off. We open this issue on like several like close-ups with like captions: New York, San Francisco, Wakanda, Asgard, and in each one we see the Necro Sword passing through and cleaving different symbiotes as its new wielder has been going all over the cosmos, trying to fight back against the force that he took this power from. And then finally, after like all of these frames, we see one frame, like a full splash page of Michael Donovan covered in the Venom symbiote holding All Black as this symbiote is retreating from him and running into a portal. On the other side, we see this portal open, and we see like this this deep green symbiote come out of it that is like kind of this amorphous blob, having been just hacked to pieces by this sword, barely escaping. And we see that the other side of the portal opens, and we see like this strange, like spiky architecture that is covered in black ichor, and these large like pillars and monoliths that are holding up this incredibly dark architecture. And at the end of this long hallway, a throne, and we see the caption, Clintar. And sitting on a throne, we see it slowly pans up to this strange figure with long, wiry gray hair and a menacing grin on his face, wearing full plate black armor that has a red spider insignia across it. And as Newell looks up, he says,
"You have failed me for the last time."
And you see this symbiote peels away, and we see the face of somebody under it. A nondescript person who was striving to become something greater, but has failed in his quest to defeat Michael Donovan. And he says, "Please, I can do it. I can defeat him." And you also see this symbiote that's attached to him kind of like start to peel off him, and says, and like basically pleading the case with him. And Newell says,
I have found a new wielder. from across the multiverse who is more worthy of the task.
And we see Newell's hand extend, and as this symbiote just like peels away from this man, we see his skin starts to melt into this black ichor as he is basically just completely dissolves, and this symbiote kind of like pulls out onto the floor unbonded. And Newell looks up and he says,
"It is time to crown a new King in Black."
And we cut hard over to Krakoa, I think is where we're going to start, actually. We get this panoramic view of the country of Krakoa, and it looks to be gearing up for the Hellfire Gala that is happening tonight. It looks like this has been this is about 3 months following the events of, or 3 months after Doctor Doom was defeated above New York by the Bookkeepers. And we pan over to Exploit, who is preparing for the gala tonight. What is Zinnia doing in this moment?
I think she has probably been running around, kind of doing any final, like, last minute adjustments. She unfortunately, unfortunate in this moment mostly, works pretty closely under Emma Frost. So you know she has everyone running around to do anything that might be slightly out of line for making this party look absolutely perfect.
Amazing. So you are kind of getting things set up, and you hear voices, Zinnia, and you turn around, and Beak is standing there, and they say, I got all the streamers and everything. Also, when are your friends gonna be here? Because I know that you said you wanted me to make sure that they have their seltzers and everything. And is there anything else I can do to help?
Um, I think in this moment, as she like takes the streamers, she begins to fly, now using sort of glowing dragonfly wings as a more permanent addition to how her flight looks. Um, but I think as she's sort of talking to Beak, um, they will probably not give me much notice before they arrive. They tend not to, so I can't tell you best when they'll get here. Um, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll do what I can with that information, and if there's anything else I can do for you, you just let me know. Okay.
I honestly, I think you're good. You've been a great help. If you and like you and Glob should be good for the rest of the day to just start getting ready for the party yourself.
Sounds good. And he goes, I'll see you later. And as he waves, he like freezes for a moment, and you see your vision start to like get very blurred, and to the point, and then your eyes begin to hurt as if you're staring directly at the sun. And you see that Beak just like very rapidly just begins to like wilt and shrivel as the sky behind him turns into like a bright white, and everything around you grows white, and your eyes are straining to be able to see anything, and you feel a presence that says, "Find me." And then it just like immediately comes back to where you're at, and Beak is like walking away.
Uh, mm, um, Beak,
Yes.
just making sure I'm maybe just hallucinating slightly. You didn't just like melt in front of me, right?
I think I'm okay.
That's why you're the best. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. He runs away.
Oh no. Ooh, is Emma the right person to bother with this?
With
I think
what you hear in your head?
no. Hi, Miss Emma. Weird little brain blast. If you could, I don't know if you're able to like rattle around and find that, but it'd be really cool if you could make sure that I'm not losing my mind.
Okay. Well, fortunately for you, we at the Hellfire Gala tonight are going to be giving away the first Bad Timing Award. And I am pleasured to say that you are like strongly in the runnings.
You know what? I'm so sorry. Next time I will plan my brain explosions. I realize how bitchy I'm getting at Emma Frost, kind of mid speaking, and do the mental equivalent of clamming up. I don't know what that looks like, but I try my best.
Um, they say you're zoning again. We can we can talk about it. You'll be fine. I just I really need you to lock in, okay? Cuz this is look, Eric is already on my case about the fact that like your friends are coming tonight. One of them, two of them actually are known criminals. And I know that Eric being concerned about that feels a little bit hypocritical, but also, you know, can you just please
I know, I
I
know,
can't
I
deal with
know.
any more unexpected stuff.
I know, I know. I'll do my best to make sure nothing goes wrong. Or Avengers are coming too, right? Or any of them. I still don't have the best track record with like Stark and stuff.
Yes, what but they aren't they realize that they're not on friendly territory, or at
Good.
least not. We have home field advantage at the very least.
Cool. I have a question for you, Sean. Um, were Emma and Tony ever like a thing in this one, in our story? Because I know they have been engaged at the very least before.
Do you think it would be fun if they had been?
The energy's much worse.
I do
So
like
yes.
worse, so I think we're gonna go with yes.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll make sure that your ex-husband doesn't get too mad at us. And I think I sort of fly off to go make sure Eric doesn't need anything because I will be safer over there at this moment.
Amazing. We flash over to Scheherazade. You have received an invite to the Hellfire Gala, and you are getting ready. What does that look like for you?
Um, I think Scheherazade is going to like it's one super excited to be invited to this. She was kicked out of the Met Gala, but very excited to be invited to the Hellfire Gala. She's going to wear like a backless dress that has a print on it that looks like the Rosetta Stone, with a high slit up the side with heels, and have her hair up and it pinned with um, two pencils, uh, along with like these big, beautiful golden like infinity sign glasses that she's gonna wear with some nice clean makeup to show off like all her like she has like geometric shapes all over her body, like this golden trim that kind of outlines all over her body. Gonna bring a clutch, something cute, and then also a book in case this is boring. I think she's really into like cozy murder mysteries right now. She's just gonna bring like a paperback with her. Um, uh, and it's just sort of going through making sure that everything in the newer library is like sorted. Um, and trying to remember when she's supposed to go pick up Michael.
So you are going through getting ready, and I assume you're at the library, right?
Yes.
And as you're doing that, you hear what sounds like one of the portals into the library that only the Eternals can use opening. And you turn and you see that Icarus is here.
Big smile on her face. Icarus, come! Are you going to the Met Gala? Not the Met Gala, Hellfire Gala. Are you going to the Hellfire Gala?
Didn't get an invite this year, and I have more pressing matters to attend to anyway.
Oh, what brings you here? Business or pleasure? Are we looking to check out something? I don't know if we have any more of the Hardy Boys, but I do have some alternatives if you are into something a little bit more racy.
That's very kind of you, Scheherazade. I came here to talk to you about your friend. Do you know what Michael has been up to the past few months?
I have not seen Michael in quite some time, but I'm sure whatever Michael has done is justified. He is, for all his faults, he is a good man.
I don't count it a fault that you see the best in everyone. But I do think the fact that your friend, who has a sword with the capacity to kill gods, has been left unattended for months, and you have no idea what his whereabouts are, is a bit of a cause for concern.
To be honest, Chris, what kind of friend would I be if I did tell you where my friend is?
So you do know.
I am neither denying nor saying that I do or do not know where Michael is. We share a cell phone account. I can possibly call him and see if he'd be willing to answer, but as of today, I do not currently know where Michael is, unless you tell me, like, what are your plans with my darling friend?
I have no plans. I strictly need to see what his are.
Jordan, would Michael have told me at all where
Yeah,
he is?
he keeps his location turned on.
You look up Life 360 and
Yeah.
it just says Asgard.
Yeah,
Because
I think wherever Michael is, he always sends a text just to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be here."
Because if you would do me the honor of letting me talk to Michael, he'll be far more receptive to whatever it is that you have issue with if he hears it from me as rather than you. You are, well, you're Icarus. Michael is a god killer.
He's wielding a sword that was made by someone who betrayed their sacred duty given to them by the Celestials to control the unbeyond. There's a lot that comes with that. And I'm not sure that someone with as volatile a personality as your friend is fit to bear such a weight.
Yet it is his responsibility. It's not yours, Icarus. I won't turn Michael over, not so easily. Loyalty has to count for something in this world. You, above all, know this.
Go ahead and roll ego for me.
You got it. Got a 12.
Icarus hears you. He doesn't seem dissuaded, though. He seems to have the confidence that what he is doing is for the greater good, and he looks back at you and he says, "You've always been a good friend, Scheherazade. You've been a good ally to your kinsman, and I just hope that the time doesn't come that we find ourselves on opposite sides."
Michael helped bring the Darkhold back to its home. My role in this world is to protect this library and protect all the books within it. Anything outside of that is, for lack of a better word, not my concern. And Michael is one of my better friends that exists in this timeline. I will not betray him. If you should find Michael and you two should clash, I will not stand in the way. But to ask me to come to me and ask me to betray him, then you do not know me at all in all these millennia. I am a bookkeeper, which means I am a keeper of secrets above all else.
All right, then. Keep your secrets. And he walks away, back through the portal. And I think that we see it comes back to Scheherazade, and Fastos like slowly peeks out from behind a bookcase. And I don't think that I can forge a tool to remove the stick from his ass.
Oh, Zikris, let him be. He's so dramatic. I'm sure whatever Michael has done cannot be all that bad. The world's ending, it's ending every other day. She'll be fine.
I pray to someday find the optimism that you have.
While you're looking for it, tell me, how do I look?
Ravishing, as always.
I love your words when they come from your mouth. And she'll very gently kiss him on the cheek. And
he
she'll text
blushes
message she'll text message Michael, instead of saying where, like the shorthand for where you're at, she will write it out with correct punctuation, and sends it to Michael. Where are you at, Michael? Question mark.
Where is Michael at?
I think Michael is at a very fancy tuxedo place.
We
And
just see the outside men's warehouse.
yeah, I think it's I
That
think
is
that's
literally
what,
exactly what I was about to type in chat.
Yep.
Was we're
Yep.
men's friends.
It's right next to the Olive Garden.
I think he is renting like a tuxedo with tails. Like just the most old-fashioned awful.
I'm picturing the Joe Pesci suit from My Cousin Vinny.
Yes, 100%.
Oh my
Doing this the
god.
day of is crazy.
So we see you trying this on. You're getting measured up, and this like 19-year-old, this is clearly his first job. He goes, so what kind of event did you say this was for?
Oh, it's for a ball, like for a dance,
They still do those?
I think. Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine, it's at their house.
This is okay. You know what? I don't get paid enough to ask more questions. So cash or credit?
Oh, credit.
Nice. This kid starts to check you out, and you feel your phone begin to buzz.
I like pick it up and see. Do I see that it's Scheherazade texting?
Yes.
And I say, I reply, and I think it says on my phone, it doesn't have Scheherazade's name. It has heart emoji, bestie heart emoji. And he responds, just picking up my tuxedo. Where should I meet you?
I will come to you, smiley face.
At Men's Warehouse next to Olive Garden. I'll get you breadsticks.
Thank you so much. Turn on your locator. I will find it that way.
Cool. Yeah, and then I share my location.
So you share your location, and you hear Venom saying, "Breadsticks? I want breadsticks."
Oh yeah. Do you want some pasta fagioli?
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
And you look up, and this teenager is just like holding your card and like staring at you, as because he heard the voice. He doesn't know where it came from, and then he heard you talking to it.
Thanks, man. Do you want some pasta fagioli?
Are you a rewards member with us?
Yes, actually. And I pull out a rewards card.
Okay. Have fun at your party. and he hands you a bag.
Thank you. And I'm going to walk across the street to the Olive Garden and grab two takeaway pasta fajoles, um, uh, and a few orders of breadsticks, and drop one of them back off at the Men's Warehouse.
Amazing. Yeah, that you're this kid's best friend, although he's still very like concerned with what he just witnessed. And you look and you can see that. How do you arrive to where Michael is, Scheherazade?
I think Scheherazade has updated her portal a bit. She's gone through some sorcery school, hung out, so she's got a slinger. It's so quaint. I love this thing. Um, she draws a big circle and opens up a portal. Kind of steps through daintily. Hello, Michael.
Scheherazade, it's so good to see you. It's been so long.
Oh, oh my God, this is so quaint. I love this outfit you're wearing. Are we going to go pick up your suit now?
This is the suit. Is this not good?
Oh, if you like it, then I love it. Come.
Oh, okay.
And you open you use your slinger and you are able to open a portal to there is actually a special embassy that is set up in New York, as the portals to Krakoa are only usable by mutants, but because it is the Hellfire Gala, there is like a pre-disclosed location that non-mutants are able to go, and you end up there, and you can see that there is a who's who of non-mutant superheroes that are standing around waiting for admission. And you look over and you see that Steve Rogers is there, kind of dressed in this blue and red suit. And he looks over at the two of you, and he kind of like gives you like the thing that every white person passing somebody in a hallway does, and just like,
Hello, Captain. He saluted me. Salute to you as well.
and you see that a portal starts to open, and stepping out of it is, who do we think would step out of it? Dare, who do you think is picking up all of the non-mutant people and bringing them to the Hellfire Gala?
I think if you want a friendly face, this is definitely like Storm or Nightcrawler stuff.
I do love Nightcrawler.
If you want someone who has bad energy, then this is Emma's territory.
So the portal begins to open, and you see stepping out of it in like this long red and black coat with kind of like almost like a musketeer hat with a feather coming off of it, is Nightcrawler. And he steps out and he says, "Right this way," and lets everybody onto the platform as this portal opens. And all of you walk through it, and you can see this beautifully adorned palace with all of these like plants from like these exotic plants that you've never seen before, of all of these different colors that are kind of growing out from Krakoa itself, and are kind of just like naturally woven into the architecture. And you can see tapestries of gold and silver everywhere. And you are just like your breath is taken away by this sight that you have never seen before. Scheherazade, this is one of the few places in the world that even in your thousands of years of living, you have never set foot.
Wow. I love living and get to see so many amazing things. Isn't that right, Michael?
This is gorgeous. This is Krakoa?
Yes, this is my
goodness.
first time being here. So lovely. I wonder what the fauna is like here. The floor looks like this.
And you can look up ahead and you see that talking to Glob Herman is your friend Zania.
Zinnia!
Okay.
Hello, love!
I think it's the most like your family members are slightly embarrassing energy as I was like going over just some like I think I was actually helping Glob like adjust a bow tie.
Amazing. He's just got a bow tie. It's-
Yes, exactly. I think I was helping him adjust the bow tie as I sort of like the initial shrink of like, oh God, they're here. I'm excited, but this is the most like Auntie is like embarrassing me energy, where she like turns slightly like sheepishly. Oh, hi everyone. And like flies over, I think, pretty quickly. Um, hey, nice to see y'all. I am glad. Did y'all have any issues getting here or anything?
No, no, no. It was so
Yeah, no.
lovely, and your home is lovely, and you look amazing. Oh my God, look at your face. I'm kind of chilly at it. You look fantastic. The wings are so lovely. Oh, everyone here is so lovely. I met Captain America on the way in. Is he supposed to be here? Didn't
Yeah,
know. Is he?
yeah, no, yeah, he's good ambassador material. Yeah, hi. I can give you, I guess, slightly a tour of the party area. Have you heard from Howard yet?
No, not
No.
yet.
But yeah, I just kind of, I think, give them a light tour. I think I do that thing where you're like steering someone slightly with intentionality so they don't run into like the other problem members of the family. Like I'm trying to make sure they avoid like Eric, probably Logan, Emma, a lot of the ones with attitudes. Uh just
I
magic, definitely magic, avoiding magic. I don't know if she
I think
likes me.
Scheherazade stops and talks to everybody.
Oh
Oh my
boy.
God! Zinnia and I, we have saved the world together. Have you saved the world together? They are quite the student. I don't know if you've know where.
I
Here,
think
I took pictures. They showed me how to use my. Do you have a digital phone? These things are amazing. There are so many pictures here. Look right here. This is Zine.
Zinnia, you look up as Scheherazade is saying all of this to Cinch, who then like looks over at you and says, "This is your responsibility. I need you to handle this."
You mean like receiving cute photos or just making sure my friends stay out of trouble? Because I'm working on both of
Listen,
those.
I think it's adorable. She's wonderful, but like this is a weird energy to bring to this kind of thing.
She just has a lust for life, I promise.
I love that. You know what? Don't even worry about it. And Cinch kind of smiles and walks away. And I think that Michael, we get a panel of like you kind of like your eyes kind of scanning the whole everybody that is here, and I think that like it is kind of like an up and down as you like look and you see Eric, and Eric kind of gives you this look of like being unsure about you, and then your eyes like kind of continue to move and you see Aurora, who like beams with a smile and waves at you, and you look over and you see Hank, who also gives you a smile and waves at you as he's talking to Logan, who like kind of like looks at you and like has this look of like, I feel like I remember him, but didn't really make an impression. And as he continues to talk to Hank, and all of you also look and you see that there is a large platform outside to receive invites that have come from off-world. And you see that there is a ship that is incoming, and it begins to land. And as it lands on this large platform and the bridge opens, you see Angela steps out of it. And shortly behind her is Hellhound. Hellhound, you and Angela, I think we're going to do a small retcon. You've
Yeah.
gone and done a couple adventures out in space.
Okay.
And have been off with the Asgardians of the Galaxy for the
Oh,
past
yeah.
couple months, and have just returned with Angela to see your friends at the Hellfire Gala. And Angela is dressed in this beautiful Asgardian fabric, very like plunging neckline, and all of these like bracelets and like accoutrement, and these. She's got these big earrings that are kind of these gold hoops, but you can see that they kind of have Nordic runes inside of them. And she has like her usual like red like face paint on. As she looks over and she says, "You look incredible. What is Hellhound wearing?"
So I pictured that Hellhound hasn't been to a lot of like galas or fancy parties before, so didn't exactly know how to dress, so tried a little too hard. And I picture her is in wearing like kind of almost like a black ball gown of like she's just a little too poofy and a little too soft and like in heels that she's like a little uncomfortable in because she's like she wants to do it right. And like her hair is up in like a twist with like a little fire hairpin. And she looks at Angela and she's like, "Are you being sarcastic or do I actually look good? I feel so silly right now.
You look
Do
wonderful.
are you sure?"
She kind of like leans in and she kisses you on the cheek and she says, "There is no one I would rather be seen with."
You are the nicest. You are so gorgeous. How did you end up with me? You are so great.
She smiles and says, "Because it's been a long time since I've smiled."
And I give her a little smooch right back.
And she like takes your arm and we see this cute scene of like you two smiling at each other and begin to walk, followed immediately by this 9-foot tall Asgardian destroyer bot that is following you around basically as your personal bodyguard.
I mean, did we really need to bring the bodyguard to the
It's
gala?
fine. He doesn't even talk. He'll just be there.
Okay, he's just kind of like a thing, you know? I don't think anybody else brought a bodyguard.
You look over and you see Ben Grimm says, "What'd you say?"
Who's Ben Grimm?
The Thing.
Thank you. I know nothing about anything Marvel. I'm realizing I've forgotten anything and everything that I learned last time.
He goes, "Who you calling just a thing?"
Oh, no. Oh, not just sorry. You're the thing.
I'm kidding. Hey, chill, darling. It's just a joke.
Okay.
I've looked like this for a long time.
All right. Well, great to meet you. Enjoy the party. And I try to scoot into it away.
You walk off, and Angela says, "I guess it doesn't matter how much you've gone through. Men still have the audacity."
Anytime, any place, any day. Do you see Michael? Do you see Scheherazade anywhere? I haven't seen them in ages.
I think there they are. And you look over, and you can see that the three of your friends are all together.
And I start like trying to run over, but I'm in the heels, so I'm like slow running over. I'm like, friends, bookkeepers.
Oh my God! Oh, it's you! And
I
takes off her heels and starts running.
I give Scheherazade the biggest hug.
How loud are we compared to the rest of the party? I just need to keep an eye out for myself.
There's music playing. There's conversation happening. For the most part, you aren't, except when Hellhound and Scheherazade see each other. Then you get a little bit noticeably more loud than everybody.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you. You look so good.
The puffs, the poofs. I love this. It's
Okay. Are you being for real with me right now, or are you just saying that because we're friends?
I'm so real. I'm so real.
You're right. You are. I'm sorry. I don't do fancy, and this is new for me, and I'm
Oh,
trying
the puffs
it
look
out.
great, he says, wearing a top hat.
You're wearing a top hat? There are people who like are wearing essentially a robe and like on fire, and somehow the top hat feels a little
How tall is Michael?
He's like my height, so he's like 6'3".
I don't know why I
6'4".
pictured Michael as a little guy.
No, he's like a big guy.
He's a big guy. Michael, I think you're bigger than me now.
And I think he's bigger with Venom? I don't know.
no.
Maybe? I
I
don't
like
know.
it. I like the idea that you've got like symbiote giving you a couple inches in your feet.
Yeah, he's actually 5'8",
Nice
but
platforms.
but he just looks taller.
Amazing.
You all look so good. I'm so excited to be here. This is gonna be the night of the year. I'm so ready. I've never been to one of these things. This is gonna be great.
There's hors d'oeuvres everywhere. There's a gentleman with these tiny little hot dogs that look like squid. It's quite delightful. Don't know if you can find him. His name is Eric. Such a lovely young man. Eric, over here.
You see
It's
the slowest head turn from Magneto, who
No, not you. You're lovely as well. The waiter.
and the waiter looks over, amazed that somebody remembered his name, and he like comes over and he says, "Yeah, did you need something?"
Oh, I was telling my friend here about these hors d'oeuvres. What did you call them again? There's such a lovely name. Something in a blanket.
Oh, pigs in a blanket.
Oh yes, love.
Is this a first for you?
Oh yes, absolutely. I've never heard. I didn't know that they made pigs.
not every food
So
is in every
lovely.
place, you know?
That's fair. I was a genuine question. I wasn't trying to be like
Oh no, I'm just saying not every food's in every place. Just
And is this a local? Is this a local delicacy?
don't think so. We haven't really existed long enough as a country to have local delicacies. So
Wait a minute. Sorry.
No, these.
Is Eric the waiter also immune?
Eric the waiter is also a mutant.
Oh, yeah,
but
brother.
he's just Eric, yeah. And he goes, well, if any of you need anything, I'm happy to help. And you can see that he like picks up a big pitcher that just like has water in it, and he begins to pour it into a glass, and it begins to like bubble and turn into a different substance. And he like hands it off to all of you. He says, "This is something that we're making tonight, and it's got a bit of a spice to it. Also, it is a little alcoholic, so if you're not 21, I'm gonna have to transmute it again."
I make a face. She is distinctly 20.
And he says, "If you're 21 and if you're under 21 and you're not from here, I'm gonna have to transmute it."
Oh no, I'm good.
And he begins to hand it off to all of you, and he says, "Well, if you need anything else, I'll be walking around," and he walks off.
He's a
Thank
great
you,
guy.
Eric. Love him. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, great guy. Doesn't do a whole lot. Sometimes he helps around the bar. Anyway, how have y'all been? Hopefully staying out of as much trouble as we can stay out of.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Doing well. Currently fighting intergalactic silverfish in the library. But other than that, all things are well.
yeah, you know, punching a few people here, killing a few people there, in space. So that's kind of fun. That's new.
Hell
Nice,
yeah.
nice. I've mostly been helping with training some of the younger mutants, being able to copy powers and like make them less strong. Really good when people are still kind of figuring it all out. Um, yeah, no, it's been nice. I don't know, lots of little guys running around. So I'm kind of part of the daycare team, I guess.
So you're a teacher now. Oh my
Well,
God.
I guess
They grow up so
I'm also
fast.
still in school. I'm it's part time.
Like
You're
a
a
TA.
mentor.
Yeah, essentially. Oh, don't call me a mentor, please don't. I am doing my best.
Attempted mentor.
I can live with attempted mentor.
So lovely. Michael, Icarus was looking for you earlier
Oh,
today. Apparently, you have caused some mischief with your sword.
oh, I wouldn't call it. I mean, mischief.
Hey, if we're gonna talk about this or something like that, let's go to like a more secluded area. I'm just gonna like
Oh,
politely
right.
start guiding us
Oh,
less
okay.
I take
within
Angela's arm
earshot.
and escort.
You have become like close with Cipher, and so you've
Oh
actually
hell
figured
yeah!
out how to get into one of his little like pods that he made on Krakoa to where like nobody else can hear while you're in those, where like Eric and Charles talk about all of their stuff. You kind of like bribed him into making you a little small one where you can talk to people about stuff.
Beautiful, cool. All right, we should be good here. I just didn't want any of the telepath or super hearing to start freaking out.
Oh, that's right. There's a lot of telepaths.
There's a lot of telepaths. There's the cuckoo, there's Emma, there's Jean. It's a whole thing here. You just got to be careful.
Oh,
Cyclops
hey,
says, "Yeah, there are."
speaking of Gene, did I tell you that I met Famke Jensen?
Hate you. That is the actor for Jean Grey in the OG X-Men movies.
Thank you for explaining this to me.
Nice.
Yeah. Super nice.
Sorry, I completely lost track of what my
I'm
brain's
sorry.
gone.
We are so
That was
back.
very sweet.
No,
So,
I wouldn't say it's problems. You know how Null, the god of the symbiotes, is trying to kill me,
Yeah.
right?
yes.
Per
Yes.
usual. Well, I'm just like just defending proactively.
Defending proactively?
Yeah, so like finding other symbiotes, and if they want to, and be like, hey, what's up? And then sometimes they don't like me very much, but it's better to know where they are than
And
for
where are
them.
they?
Some they're probably fine.
I don't.
Michael, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Are they dead?
Not
They're-
all of them are dead.
What
Some of
percentage are
them,
dead?
like, I don't know. What are percentages anyway?
Are there more dead than there are alive,
No,
darling?
no, there's definitely more alive who are just like, no, we're good. We don't want that smoke. Um,
It was enough to draw the eye of Icarus, which means you are perhaps a bit out of balance. And he asked of your location. I, of course, did not give it to him because I said I would talk to you. But your sword, your power comes with some form of responsibility that you are supposed to
yeah.
be fulfilling. And I'm curious if perhaps you've lost your way. Do you need some direction or some mentorship or
I mean, I'm
some
always,
help?
I would love as much help as I can get. I would take. Obviously, anything you say, I listen to. What do you? I mean, like I can. I, I don't have to do any of this. I'm trying to. Noel wants to kill me and kill everyone.
Um, Sean, what would I know about like what is when Icarus is talking, what was able to like devise is like the thing that he is trying to uh seek from Michael to do.
So, you know that Icarus is obviously, you know, like all of the Eternals, you work for the Celestials, and one of the things that they do is they weed out deviants. And he is basically the vibe that you got from talking to Icarus is that he is beginning to suspect that Jordan may become a deviant if he continues to like fuck with stuff the way that he is, and like basically disrupt like the natural order of things in his quest against Noel, because if he continues to antagonize Noel, then Noel might want to retaliate, which would cause all sorts of other problems and like, you know, threaten the fabric of reality as we know it.
Michael, now, as you know, the world requires balance.
Yeah.
Your murder spree or your early retirement plan is causing a myriad of problems. My superiors, Celestials, have fear you turning into a deviant
Oh, I don't want to do that.
or no retaliating in some way to disrupt the balance. That some things are meant to exist even though they are evil, and some things are meant to die even if they are good. Your destroying of the symbiote is causing a disruption, a deviation in the celestial equation of how the world should work. I am not in the habit of telling mortals how they should deviate and live in this world, but I am simply warning you of the eyes that you are gathering.
Maybe stop proactively defending and just like reactively defend.
I can do that. Seems like a better idea than what I. Um, yeah. I'm sorry.
We-
We don't know what we don't know, and when we know and we learn, that's what counts. And she like taps over the tops of your hands and sort
Yeah.
of rubs the top of your hands.
Look, this is what I was trained to do, and I didn't know that
You kind
that
of
was in.
you kind of hear like a mechanical whirring sound happening, and you look over and you see that there is a table in the room with you that almost looks like it's like this like obsidian color, but it also has like these like yellow grid like etchings running through it, and it like the table itself kind of begins to like move and twitch a little bit, and then
Hey,
it like starts to spin around almost like a top and make like transformers sounds as it like shifts, and then it like slowly starts to stand up, and you see that Warlock is standing in front of you.
Of course. God damn it.
And he says, Self is sorry. I did not know friends would be here. Self didn't mean to eavesdrop.
You're fine, buddy. Do you know where is Doug anywhere nearby for you?
Friend is doing other things. Friend has been very secretive lately. Self is somewhat concerned.
I do any of the other new mutants know?
Self has not talked to them recently.
Okay. Do you want to hang out with anybody?
Self would like that, if that
Cool.
is okay.
Yeah, absolutely, bud. Um, Warlock is like a weird little techno creature, by the way, just for anyone who does not know visually.
I've just started Googling every name I do not know. And let me tell you, I got a lot of tabs open.
Fair enough.
So the dragon has pants.
So the dragon, but no shirt?
It's a reverse Winnie the Pooh situation. But Warlock says, Self is concerned, but friends seem like they are here to help.
Yeah, despite how it might sound, we're good guys. We helped stop Doctor Doom a while back. So, yeah, if any problems happen, we're gonna do our best. Um, and I think like if Warlock can, like sort of become part of my like outfit because it's mostly black and white, just like sort of fill out the collar a little bit, and just sort of hang out near my shoulder. I'd be totally cool with that aesthetically.
So Warlock extends his hand, and his hand begins to like spin and turn into like a ring that then kind of like wraps around your wrist, and then he like kind of coils following it and begins to like kind of like shift up your arm, and you all watch as Warlock basically just kind of becomes several almost just like wires and plates and stuff, and affixes himself into Exploit's outfit.
I think we look real good, bud.
Friend smells nice.
Thank you. Krakoa just in general is pretty nice smelling, so lots of fun natural perfumes here. Are we ready to hit the party or is there anything else?
I think for the moment that is all. The only other matter I have is hitting the dance floor.
Yeah,
Self
let's
has
do it.
moves.
What?
Hmm?
Self has moves. Dance.
Yeah,
Friend said
let's
dance.
go.
Self
Hell
has
yeah.
moves.
Yeah, let's
Let's
let's go hit
go.
the
Let's
floor.
go.
I'm so excited. I've been studying African American culture and I'm so thrilled to try twerking.
Oh my God.
Venom dance party. Let's go.
Yep, I was just
Oh
gonna say,
God.
doing the Venom twerk.
Oh
Um,
God.
I think we cut over to just kind of a like a montage of the rest of the evening, just filled with drinks and dancing and just a wonderful evening. As then we hear the tapping of a glass, and everyone turns and they see that standing at the podium is Magneto, dressed in his all white suit, wearing an all white helmet, and he begins to address the crowd. Humans of the world, while you slept, the world changed. And as he goes into this speech, we see our vantage point moves across all of everyone's faces. It goes from Scheherazade to Exploit to Angela to Hellhound, and then slowly last over to Venom, over to Michael. And we see a black speech bubble that appears above his head that says,
Everyone you care about.
and Michael, we see from your vantage point as you are kind of like looking up at the podium, suddenly everything around you like turns black and almost begins to be covered by the symbiote. And where Magneto was just a second ago speaking from a podium, you now see Null sitting on his throne.
Oh, hey.
Undercell King.
Your insolence is grating.
Yeah, you doing this is pretty fucking annoying too, boss. What do you want?
I want the end of you and everyone you care about.
So here's where we're gonna have an issue. Me, that's fine, right? Like, I'm friends with an Eternal. I'm friends with the Princess of Hell. I'm friends with an X-Men. I don't care about me, right? If you though come after my friends, uh, we'll test how well this Godslayer sword works.
You truly think you can turn my own blade against me? You cannot kill what you did not create, and you cannot bend what you did not forge to your own will. Your ability to hold on to it has simply been me biding my good time.
Yeah, and your ability to be anything other than a fucking deadbeat dad, like, proves that you can suck my dick, dude. Like, I don't know what you want from me, man.
You see in like an instant, he like moves from his throne, which was like 60 feet away from you, and just like skitters towards you and like slides right up into your face. And he says,
Do it then! Run me through! Test me! See if you have the metal!
God, like the voice I get, but like I would definitely work on improving, hit those consonants a little bit harder. Um, I maybe some hot tea would improve.
make a logic check.
Oh God, this is gonna be so bad.
Roll for roast.
I'm not good at this, so let's see how this goes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, a logic check. That's a 9.
Amazing. He like you're kind of saying your quips, and then, but you can see that he is like just still standing there, and you can feel the sword coming out of the symbiote as venom is beginning to form around you, and like kind of like covers you. And you say, Venom says,
This is our one chance. This is our only chance. We have to take him. We have to kill him now.
Is Venom saying that out loud?
yes.
Hey, bud. Maybe not the right time.
Now is the only time. You will never have another chance. If you think you can hold all black within your fists, you will have to strike me down.
No, I mean, like, I'm worried that, like, I'm not actually here and that I'm, like, in the real world and I don't want to kill someone.
That is 100% a realization that Jordan could have.
Yeah.
With a logic roll of 9, that is not a realization that
Yeah.
Michael could have.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I think Michael is just going to like say to Venom, yeah, but isn't it more fun if we stretch this out, buddy?
I'm taking him now.
And you see Venom's arm like extend all black straight through Noel. And you see him look down as this sword is piercing his chest. And you look at Noel's face and you see his face look up. And as everything starts to melt away, you see the shocked face of Aurora before you. And
Krakoa? It's Krakoa. It's okay.
you see that like her eyes are like locked into yours, and her hand slowly extends and grazes your face, and you begin to see her skin turn to this black ichor as she melts away before you. And everyone comes to a halt, and you hear a loud scream as you look up into the skies and you see symbiote dragons descending upon Krakoa.
Fucking symbiote dragon.
Symbiote dragons? What?
Yeah.
Do they have pants too? Okay, what is
we're gonna-
going on?
We're going to take a 10-minute break, everybody.
You monster, Sean.
Fuck you, Sean. Fuck you.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Starting off with a bang this arc. We're going to see
They
what
go
happens.
hard.
So last we left off, we were at the Hellfire Gala, and Michael had a little talk with his old friend Noel, which led to Venom being enraged and thinking that he was stabbing through Noel, but in fact accidentally stabbed Storm, and she has been disintegrated in front of our eyes, and we are now swarmed upon by a swarm of symbiote dragons. So
Whoopsies.
I think it's time for everybody to roll for initiative.
Cool.
Do you want that in roll 20 or on Tell Me Plain and Just Tell You? What would you prefer?
You can just tell me what your number is, and then I'm going to
Okay.
put it in the turn order.
Okay.
And we just click
making
the
sure.
agility, right? That's all this is an agility roll. Is there an initiative? I forget.
Uh,
oh, there's an initiative modifier.
Yeah,
I see it
there
now.
is, yeah, which
Which
I think is
where-
generally just going to be most for. I don't.
Oh,
actually
there it
know how to
is.
play this game either, so.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. 13, Sean.
And what'd you get, Hellhound?
17.
An exploit
19.
and Venom.
18. I can't move my token, by the way.
All right, let me see if I can fix that. I forgot I gave you a new token, so should be good now. All right.
Hell yeah.
And the first to react is going to be exploit. You see that there's a huge swarm of these symbiote dragons that are flying down. One of them actually lands right in between you and Scheherazade and lets out this loud roar. And the rest of them are also beginning to land on the balcony. So what are all of you doing? Or what? Starting with Exploit, what are you doing?
I think, in terms of like the everything happening, I don't think she's even kind of prepared to like start trying to copy powers. I think it's simply like the sheer panic of, oh God, the storm just disintegrated in front of me. Like that thing I was scared would happen. So she simply tries to punch the symbiote dragon that is like in front of her, between her and Scheherazade.
All right. So that is going to be a melee check.
Cool. All right, that's a 19.
Against his 14, that is a hit.
Cool, cool, cool. And I just can hit the damage button, and it's going to be nice.
I think if you did the melee check, then your damage will just automatically come up at the bottom of it.
Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah, no, that's 34 damage then.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you wind up a big fist and punch this thing. And do we get like an aura of blue energy coming through your fist?
Yeah, I think it's honestly like kind of a flying uppercut as she just sort of takes off vertical, and like flies up big, like almost Scott Pilgrim style, like big, like fist flying upward. As like I think it sort of recoils. I assume it's not dead because life's not that easy today.
Yeah, no, this thing is it's huge, so it's definitely gonna take some big swings to take it down, and there's a lot of them. So
cool. I'm gonna start doing the fun thing, which is if there's any mutants within like eyeline or anyone within eyeline with powers, love for you to tell me.
Yeah, I think that you punch this thing, as you fly up, you come down on it and you punch it and it roars, and then it gets clocked in the other side by you see this gigantic chrome fist come through and punch it, as you see that Colossus is on the other side of this one, and he's got a low
Beautiful.
taper fade and a beard, and it looks great.
He does look great in Hellfire Gala. Okay, cool. I think that's probably everything for me this turn then.
Cool. All right, Venom, what are you doing?
All right. So Storm has disintegrated. There's like not.
Yeah, she turned into black sludge and melted in front of you.
But get
It
a
was
first
pretty
aid, get a
horrifying.
band-aid. Get a band-aid.
Okay. I am going to the dragon that Exploit attacked. I am going to swing, or I'm gonna like zip my way. I want to try to get between Scheherazade and the dragon as much as I'm able to. So like get right next to and give that dragon the old one too. Yeah, you know.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna use clobber. It's clobbering time, is what I'm trying to say.
And you see the thing go, say that again. And, go ahead and give me that melee attack.
Cool. And I'm using all black, so I get edge, because I have a trait for that. So I'm gonna try to reroll that 5 to try to get a fantastic success on that.
All right.
Sorry, Demiplane is being a little silly for me. There we go. Okay. And my roll is gone.
We're all learning.
I hit reroll and now it's gone. Okay, I'm just gonna roll Oh, I see what I did. I apologize, game. One second.
We're all just hanging.
Okay. I rolled a 14 for 23 damage.
Nice. Yeah, you like sling through, and you bring All Black down, and you like cut, and you see like it makes this big gash in one of its wings, as it then like whips around with its tail and like roars at you. And that is going to make it Hellhound's turn. Actually, no, it's not. 1 second, because I just remembered something else is going to happen. So you like jump and you land, and you cut through this thing, and it roars at you, and then suddenly you feel yourself just like almost like tackled, but it feels like you have 6 knives going through your chest. As you like, look down and you see that Logan is coming at you, and he says, "You're mine." Having seen that you apparently looked to have killed Storm, he definitely has it out for you at this point.
Fair.
What is your melee defense?
It is 17.
All right, let's see what good old Logan's got. He gets a 19 and deals 27 damage to you.
Cool. I'm going to use one of my 2 reactions for energy absorption.
All right. And yeah, so like he is like continuing to go like and do like his berserker barrage, and like Venom is like continuing to like try and basically like form over his slashes to basically protect you as much as he can. And Venom says, "This guy's so angry all the time." And
I swear it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I swear to God, it wasn't my fault. I'm so sorry.
and yeah, Logan is just kind of blinded with rage and continuing to slash and not hearing you. And that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
Okay, great. I'm gonna shoot out some Hellfire chains on this big boy right here.
Oh yeah.
So the eyes start rolling back, the pentagram starts forming. I shoot my hands out, and I make an ego attack against their. It says make an ego attack. Oh, then I guess it's just against their ego.
Right. So their
Okay,
ego
great.
defense, yes, their ego defense is going to be a 10.
Okay, well I rolled a 17
So that's going to do it.
for 32 damage.
And it's Hellfire, right?
Hellfire chains.
Yeah, because
They are chains covered in hellfire.
yeah. So that means that if I remember correctly, Hellfire divides evenly between health and focus. So you do 16 damage to their health and 16 to their focus.
This specific one says they just take regular health damage.
Got it. All right.
I think there's a different hellfire ability. I think I know what you're talking about. This one's just health.
Cool. It's been a year.
That's fine.
So that means that it's all of the dragon's turn.
Great. Slay, Diva.
So this big boy is going to just try and retaliate on Hellhound. I'm going to move them all where they're going to end up, and then I'm going to go through an attack.
Okay.
So... and I think the rest are preoccupied with all of the guests that are here, and there are obviously several that are fighting back, but these are the ones that y'all get to deal with this round. And the first one, this big guy over here, is going to try and bite back at you, Hellhound, after that attack.
Oopsies.
And he gets an 18. What is your melee defense?
11.
All right. So he is going to bite and take 46 damage, or you're going to take 46 damage.
Okay.
And the next one is actually going to attack Angela. And let's see here. And that does hit her, and she takes 54 damage as you are bitten and like whipped around and like land on the floor, and then Angela is also tossed on the floor next to you, and she has like a big cut on the side of her face. But then she just like looks up with this, like her eyes glowing with this anger and rage as she then begins to draw a sword. You know it's going to take more than that to take old girl down.
Oh, yeah.
And then two of the smaller ones are both coming up on Scheherazade. So the first one gets a 17 to hit. And that's a fantastic success. So it's gonna deal 68 damage. Do you want it to do any kind of reactions to block that?
Yes, I'm going to use the new ability Telespot. As a reaction, they can deploy a small teleportal against a physical attack, deflecting it away and redirecting it at another target. I have to roll my agility check against the new targets, whoever I'm placing it to. So I'm going to have it go from the one little one that's at the bottom to the one next to me.
Nice.
Open up like a small portal. So they have to roll their agility defense, and I have to roll an agility check.
Got it. That is cool as hell. All right, let me see here. Their
Got a
agility
17.
check is a 16, so you win on that one. Yeah, you like open
And
open a portal right in front of you as its neck like lunges, and we see its neck come out of another portal and bite into the neck of the one next to it.
And it takes the damage instead.
That's 68 damage to the other one. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
That's so sick.
But this one is then like upset, and it kind of breaks away from the bite of this other one, and then roars in your face, and you can see like this caustic black sludge coming out as it then like whips its tail towards you, and its tail has kind of like barbs on it. And that is going to be a 14 to hit. What is your melee defense?
I'm at 12.
So that would be 19 damage.
Oof.
And this big one here is going to take a bite at Venom.
Hell yeah.
And it gets a fantastic success with a 21 to hit.
Cool.
And that would be 108 damage if you didn't have some fuck shit up your sleeve, which I'm sure
I do have some fucked shit up my sleeve. I have 2 reactions, so I'm gonna energy absorption that.
All right.
So I'm up to 180 focus.
Wild. Yeah, so I think this one like bites you, and like I think what actually happens is it comes down and you all see Michael get completely swallowed by this symbiote dragon. And it like gulps and it roars, but then you can see it kind of start to retch as you can see like the kind of like venom veins that are moving or that are in its neck kind of start to pulsate, and its neck starts to pulsate, and it just like vomits him back up, and you can see that he is now like he almost looks like he's molting, as he is covered in the symbiote from like basically the symbiote bile from this dragon, and as it starts to like melt off of him, he's like twice as massive.
Jesus.
Hell yeah, he is.
All right. And then this one over here is going to attack Exploit. What is your melee defense?
Boop. Melee defense. Where do I? Oh, 14.
All right. So it gets an 18 to attack, which is going to be 14 damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna eat that. It's not that much, and I have regen.
Sure. And then this last one is going to fly up and try and bite Venom because he doesn't have any reactions left, and I'm trying to deal damage to this motherfucker. So
Please.
That didn't actually roll, I don't think. So that is going to be another fantastic success. Amazing. Does a 17 hit you for melee?
17 just meets it.
All right. So that is going to be 68 damage.
Okay.
And Angela begins to stand up and spins around and slashes at this dragon behind her for 38 damage. And next we see we look up, or we get a shot of up on the podium that Magneto begins to levitate, and his arms extend, and you start to see literally all of the windows on this back panel shatter as the metal frames from all of them kind of get peeled off, and they begin to form this giant ball of metal above him, and he says, "Fear Magneto!" and he throws it forward at the giant symbiote dragon in front of him.
Hell yeah.
And that is when I have a character sheet for Magneto. Where did he go? Or I had a character sheet. You know, I can look him up here, I think.
There is one.
I know that there definitely is one that exists. I was just trying to find where it was on my thingy. Here we go. All right, so it is going to deal, his giant ball that he has formed is going to come down on this thing for 49 damage. And that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I am going to move from all these people being around me. I'm going to use Blink Barrage. And I'm going to teleport to just behind them for my movement. And then I am going to use Bolts of Balthak, which is an awful name for an ability, to damage the one that I am closest to. Do I have a pointer so I can point to where?
If you click and hold, yep.
There we go.
There you go.
Yep, I'm going to be attacking that one.
Cool.
And it is, how does it work? It's going to be against their agility defense.
Which for him is going to be a 13.
Okay, and I got to roll ego. Okay, 18 to hit, and it's going to do 17 points of damage.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
And that brings it back to the top of the order with Exploit.
I'm gonna go pretty simple and straightforward. I am going to do some power cloning right now. If Colossus is still within range, I'm just going to take all of his powers. Well, not take, clone them. He's allowed to have them still.
All right.
That is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to make a check for that, right? Or do you?
For cloning, I don't think so. It's been a hot minute, and the description is not the best.
Got it.
But yeah, okay, I can see it now. Yeah, no, I can just do that. I just have to concentrate.
You look over, and I think that So your skin starts to become that chrome, but I think it also has like a bioluminescent trait to it, kind of as the rest of your mutations tend to have. But you've still got kind of like that lined chrome plating on your skin.
Yeah. It's a standard action, so that's pretty much all I can really do this turn, but I'm at least buffed myself for what comes next.
Dope. All right, and that is going to make it Venom's turn.
Cool. I'm going to sidle into this spot over here, and just use a casual, unrelenting smash.
All right.
The character makes a melee check and compares it against the melee defense of every enemy within reach. Any enemy the attack succeeds against takes half damage. On a fantastic success, those enemies take full regular damage and are knocked prone. The character, they may then pay 15 more focus to do the same thing again. And you can keep doing it until you run out of speed or focus.
Wild.
So I can move up to half my speed in between each of these attacks.
Hell yeah.
So the first one I'm going to do is on those three fellas. And I'm going to roll for my melee. And it is a 20, and it's a fantastic success for 110 damage to everyone around me.
Wild.
To these three guys around me.
All right, so these two are cooked immediately.
Cool.
And this guy is hurting bad. Yes.
Then I'm gonna spend 15
What do you
more
mean
focus.
then?
So I get to keep doing this until I run out of movement.
All right.
Or until I run out of focus.
Let's
so
go.
That was, I moved one square. I've got 14 squares left. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll move here. And I'm gonna do it again. Again.
Again, God damn it. Armed and dangerous.
And that is, I get to re-roll the 4. Okay, reroll. And that is that's just a 17 to hit for 31 damage.
All right. And that is everybody that's in radius with you?
Yeah.
All right, so the big guy goes down.
Okay. Again.
All right. This is the funniest thing, because every time I'm prepping encounters for this game, there's always a moment where I'm like, is this too much? Am I giving too much? And then I remember all the bullshit you guys can do, and I'm like, no, it's fine.
That's another
Literally talked
fantastic
about this
success.
yesterday too.
Yeah.
That's another fantastic success for another 110 damage.
I want you to know, yeah, Tali and I talked about this yesterday, and they straight up were like, yeah, it's Jordan that you have to worry about. So they were spot on.
So that's minus 30 so far.
So where did you move for this one?
To these, so I hit these two for 110.
Damn.
Good lord.
Again.
Oh my god. Sean, baby girl, I'm so sorry.
No, this is.
We gotta do something about him.
Oh, Sean's about to do something about him.
Maybe Wolverine had points.
And that's another fantastic success
Shut up.
for
What?
110 damage.
Oh my
Wolverine had
God.
points.
I hate it
Absolutely had points. I'm agreeing with him fully now.
Are those two guys dead yet?
I just typed in 110, not realizing that it's actually. Hold on. So it's 38 left. Got it. All right. Quick math. No, the big guys are not dead, but
Okay.
Okay, again.
good.
This is Come on, Demiplane, you can do it. That one's just I get a reroll because I'm using all black. Let's see if I can get another fantastic success. I don't. That is a 16 to hit for 31 damage.
All right.
Are they dead yet?
Let me find out. And so you're spending focus every time you're doing this? Is that what I'm
Yeah,
understanding?
yeah.
Okay.
But I had 180 focus because one of them bit me for 100 and something.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. So, this isn't even tapping into your main focus yet.
No, I'm currently
Good God.
I'm currently at 120 over 90.
All right. Still not dead.
Okay, again.
Damn.
Oof. Let's. That is, and I'm going to spend a karma
All right.
to reroll this one because I don't like that. Sorry, this takes a while
You're
to.
good. I'm just reading over how I'm going to fuck you up with Wolverine next turn. So take your time.
I love being able to watch this little window of Sean scrolling through the abilities, doing the map in his head.
Numbers flying in front of
Okay,
Sean.
that is
It's
a
the Zach Galifianakis gift.
Yes.
that is a 16 to hit for 39 damage.
Hell yeah. So this guy goes down. And I was just enough for this guy to go down as well, actually.
Cool. So I'm down to 120 focus.
What ability are you using again?
Unrelenting Smash.
Okay, cool. All right. So is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
just
Such a
check it.
wild
Just check it. All right, cool. All right. Leaping up towards you is Wolverine. He's going to use Focused Fury, which allows him to make a close attack with an edge. He can add +1 to his melee damage bonus for every 2 points of focus he spends. He is going to spend 100 focus.
Okay.
Let me see here. With an edge, we're going to reroll this one. So that is going to deal, so it would deal 74 plus 50 is going to be 124 damage.
Okay, so I gain 114 focus. I'm back up to my maximum of 180.
So I think that what we see is accidentally the most efficient killing machine ever being developed. As we see, you guys all see Venom swing around with just lightning speed, and it's almost just like an anime thing of just one long cut goes through 3 of these symbiote dragons, and then they all fall dead and just begin to melt. As we then see Wolverine fly through the air. And land on Venom's back and begin just repeatedly stabbing him. And he just says,
I knew it. I knew you were a liar the whole time. You're trash. You don't deserve to be here. You are a horrible human, and I'm not going to stop until you're dead.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to, and I think Venom is just in between me and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm
not listening again to anything that you have to say.
fair.
And that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
I'm right next to Michael. I'm just gonna look at him real quick and say, you got this? You need help.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, great.
Don't get in between.
Great, just checking. So I'm gonna scoot over this way and to this dragon. I'm gonna use my Hellfire Chains because I'm still concentrating on that. With an ego attack. That is a 19 to hit. And that is there's 37 damage.
Nice.
And then I was already concentrating on that, so it doesn't use an action. I'm also gonna fling a Hex Bolt at the same dragon. And this is and then Hex Bolt is an ego check against their agility defense.
Agility defense is going to be a 13.
Okay, I rolled a 16.
Nice. So go ahead and roll
So that is
footage.
27 more damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And that is my turn.
All right. And that is going to make it the symbiote dragon's turn. So this guy is going to fly up on you and try to retaliate. And that is going to be, he only gets a 10 and has no karma. So this one down here is going to attack Magneto and gets a 17 with a fantastic success. So you do actually see that Magneto is actually like pinned down by the symbiote dragon, who is like beginning to like bite and gnaw at him. And you actually see like, so there's the banister in front of the podium, and you see him like taken down behind, and you like actually don't see Magneto as this thing is like lunging down repeatedly at him, but you do like see some spurts of blood coming up. And so now all of these guys are gonna fly in.
That's so many dragons.
Yeah, I was like, is
Oh
this
my
too
God.
many dragons? And then I realized that Jordan can apparently kill 5 in one turn, so it's not too many dragons. I think we're okay. We're good.
That's so many dragons.
All right. Their speed is ridiculous, so. We're gonna roll that, I think. So 2 of them are gonna attack Xenia. What is your defense, or your melee defense?
I think it's still 14.
All right.
I have damage reduction now, so that's the one thing I know I do.
So the first one gets a 16 to hit. After the damage reduction, that knocks it down from a ×8 to a ×6, which means 24 plus 6 is going to be 30 damage from the first one. And then the smaller one is going to... it gets a 15 to hit, that knocking its multiplier down to 3. So 9 plus 4 is 13 damage.
And for taking damage like that, I can use all of that for power absorption, or no? Or energy absorption?
You can use one of those 2 for energy absorption, because it's one reaction per, because it costs a and the reaction is you getting attacked, so it have to be one of those individual attacks you could react to.
Cool. I have 2 reactions, but I learned you can't use it while you still have focus that you gain from energy absorption.
Gotcha.
So I will absorb the 30 damage hit.
Cool.
And then the other one was how much?
It was, let's see, 9, 13.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then I think we put Angela after you. Well, we've still got a couple more of these guys that need to attack. So that one already attacked. These 2 need to attack. Cool. I miss big trad battles. It's been a while.
They're fun.
All right, it's a 19 to hit Angela. Hellhound, you turn around and you see that Angela is swarmed by these 2 dragons. And I think we just get like a shot of like these two dragons like coming on, like coming over top of her and biting into her, and then we just get like a panel of just like a hand dropping out and dropping the sword, and Angela is out.
I'm about to go fucking feral over here. Excuse me.
This one's gonna attack Wolverine. That is going to be a 15.
I'm going to interpose.
Nice. I like the idea that this thing is going to try, like, Wolverine's on your back, and you're, like, looking over your shoulder and watching him, like, as he's insulting you and cutting you to pieces, and you see this dragon, like, lunging towards him, and you just basically turn to where, like, you turn your body to where, like, you're now in between the dragon and Logan, who is just on your back. But that is going to be a 15 to hit you.
My melee defense is 17.
All right. So I think that you like turn and you bring your sword up, and it like tries to bite down on you, and you like wedge your sword in between, and it is like snapping at you, and Logan is just still like cutting into you. And that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
Oh boy. Fuck, what do I do? Alright, I'm going to Blink Barrage by Zinnia. Over there. Let me go ahead and take the focus away for that. And then I'm gonna dump a bunch of points into the bolts of Balthak. I feel silly every time I say it. So I'm going to attack the big fella right here.
All right.
And for every 2 points, it gets a plus. Let me make sure I read the language right. It won't click. So I can read the description. Is it frozen? Let me refresh my page. Am I frozen? No. Okay.
It just takes a while.
I see. Okay, so I need to do an ego check versus their agility.
That's going to be a 13. Well, actually, on the big guy, it's going to be a agility. Is
I got a 17 with a fantastic success.
Hell yeah.
For 58, and then there's something Bolsec gets whenever I get fantastic. It doubles the damage, so that is 116 points of damage, and it's stunned.
Whew. Double ball sack. All right.
All the way.
Peanut
So
butter
I
and
think she
jelly's
does
a long way.
several like hand motions, getting in front of Zinnia, and then just like Kamehameha waves this blast at it.
Amazing. And yeah, you like run up, and is this something that you learned from Wong?
Yes.
I like it. Yeah, and you just blast this thing in the face as it like rears back, and you can see like some of the symbiote sludge like splash away from it as it takes this huge beam of damage, and that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to use a fun move I picked up from Colossus called Unrelenting Smash.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know what I thought this was gonna look like, but
So I don't know if you know what this move does.
stand up in it. Don't apologize.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start the initial, just like, there are two within range of me immediately. I'm going to try to hit those two first. Do you want me to re-roll for, like, every, like, attack?
I think that's what the rule asks you to do.
Yeah, okay, cool.
However, it's easiest for you to do the math on that,
That
you can
should
just
be
tell me what each one is, and I'll just tell you when they drop.
fine. Okay. That should be fine. The dragon in front of me, first one I'm swinging at,
The big
the
one or
big
the
guy.
little one? Okay.
Big one. Yeah.
It hits both because they're both within reach.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's both. Okay.
Yeah, it's everyone within your reach.
Okay. So 19 to hit.
Hits.
That's 25 damage, so half of that. That's 12 if you round down.
They are both still up.
Okay. And then I can move over to the other big dragon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna swing at that one.
And then you'll also still get that small one again, in addition to.
Cool. Sweet. And I know I use 15 focus for every single time I do this. So I am keeping an eye on that. Okay, that's 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool. And that is 46 damage. So half of that is 23.
Oh, so you do half on each person?
If it's not a fantastic success, I
That
believe.
makes sense. Got it. All right.
And then my movement speed, it's flight, it's 20. So half movement. I should. I'm able to hit this little guy right here too, right?
Yep. And then you'll also get another one on the big one if you move there.
Cool. Then I will swing at both of these as well.
It's such a good ability.
It's very funny. All right. There we go. God, Demiplane does take like exactly long enough. I'm like, did you hear me? Okay. Well, I got a 14 to hit. Am I able to? Do we have Karmas?
Is
right
it a
now?
melee or agility that you're attacking with?
It's melee.
Okay. So that's actually still enough to hit both of them.
Oh, beautiful! Because I got a fantastic.
Fantastic.
So that is 92 damage. They take full damage on a fantastic. And because I also have Clobber, or not Clobber, I think it might be Clobber. I'll double check if Clobber's like a separate move I have to also proc or a passive. It's hard to remember. Don't worry, I have it pulled up. My setup is terrifying. Okay. Okay, no, Clobber is a separate move, so never mind. They're fine on that. They just take the 92 each.
Just the
Yeah.
92.
Yes, and I think at that point, I am good unless there's anyone else you would say is still within range of me flying to.
I
But
like
I
the
don't
idea
think
of you
so.
like leaping straight up and like Seth Rollins curb stomping the first one and then using that momentum to spring to the next one and then just like Goomba stomping all of their heads.
Yeah, I think it's like the big like double axe handle like
Oh, yeah.
swings too, just at them. Yeah, hoping that did anything consistent. And I think at that like by the end of it, I'm still like kind of. I think I've like still flying near the one that I hit last. And I'm still looking pretty okay. I've been healing slightly every turn, so that's good for me.
Sick. All right. That makes it Venom's turn.
I am going to like. Can I turn around in Venom and face
Sure.
Wolverine?
I like that idea. That's a
okay,
weird
cool.
visual. I dig it.
Cool. I just say to Wolverine, look, you can. I'll let you kill me when we're all done with this, but our friends are dying.
Make an ego check.
Okay. Demiplane. I am going to spend a karma. I got 3 of them, so I might as well. I'm gonna spend a karma. That's a 17, and it's a fantastic success.
All right. He doesn't say anything to you. He just kind of snarls and then like leaps off of your back and then lands on this big guy's back and begins hacking away at him.
Hell yeah.
But you
Is that my action, or is that
talking's a free action? So
Cool.
you can still do your action.
Then I'm gonna ground shaking stomp. I'm going to. That is within. Let me measure something real quick. That's within my reach plus my rank, so that's within 5 squares. Okay. I'm going to move. I think here. And it's not that guy. So it doesn't hit this guy up here by Hellhound, and it doesn't hit anyone else, but it hits these 4 guys in the center.
Okay.
And I make a melee attack against the agility defense of everyone within reach plus rank. And they take some damage. And I've got one more karma. I'm going to use it to try to get a fantastic success.
Cool.
And it is not a fantastic success, but it is a 21 for 47 divided by 2 is 24 rounded up.
So is that on both of these guys that are next to you?
That's on everyone other than this dragon, and this dragon.
Sorry, I missed those last two.
So it's everyone except for the one by Hellhound, the one by Magneto, and this lower one.
Okay. Damn.
And it also doesn't hit the big guy back here. And then that's my turn.
All right. What did that look like? What is it that exactly that you just did?
Yeah. So I think what it is the Venom Marvel Rival.
Oh, nice.
Splat. I think he jumps in the air and then smashes down into the ground and kind of hits everyone with like a symbiote splash.
I dig it. Yeah, you dive down and you see that like wash up on all of them as they recoil backwards. And that is going to make it Wolverine's turn, who is going to continue hacking away at this guy for 42 damage. Nice.
Hell yeah.
I just messed up the thing. Oh well. We're gonna say he was probably about there. Cool.
Close it up.
Yeah, basically. Alright, cool. And then that is gonna make it Hellhound's turn.
Great. All right, we're gonna give him the old 1-2 first on this guy right in front of me. We're gonna use those Hellfire chains again. That is an 18 against their ego defense.
Alright.
for 27 damage. And then I'm gonna hit them with a Hex Bolt against their agility defense.
That is a small one. That is a 13.
That is a 17, and it's a fantastic success.
Hell yeah.
So on a fantastic success, it does double damage and causes the target trouble for 1 round. So they take 74 damage.
Good God. And is that the one directly in front of you?
Yes, it is. Both of those are at the one directly in front of me.
Okay. Well, it had 5 hit points left. So you just extend this seeing Angela drop, you like turn around, your eyes are like glowing with fire, and you extend your hands forward, and you watch as the symbiote dragon is just like completely incinerated. And as it like drops to the ground burning, you see like a pit open underneath it, and you see like dozens of like hands reach up from hell and like grab it and like pull it into the underworld.
Oh yeah. And I just whip my head around to see who's next.
All right. And that is going to make it this dragon's turn, who is going to try and move up on you. And he gets a 15. What's your melee defense?
11.
All right, so that's a fantastic success. It deals 68 damage.
I'm still alive, but not by much.
Do you have any defensive abilities?
No, not really.
Oh,
Most of my stuff is offensive.
brutal.
All right. The big guy is going to... do we have any cool AoE things that I can do? Yeah, Whirling Frenzy sounds fun. Let's see what that does. Character melee attack against melee defense of every enemy within their reach, which is going to be Exploit and Venom and Logan for this big guy. And so its melee check is going to be 16, which is not going to hit Wolverine.
Can I ask something fucky? Can I choose to take damage?
I mean...
It wouldn't normally hit me. I want to get angry. Like, I want to use my ability angry, and this guy wouldn't be able to hit me. Can I choose to take whatever damage that would be?
I don't see why not.
Hell yeah.
Just kind of... yeah, come at me, bro. So you're going to take 19 damage.
Cool.
And Zinnia, you would take 19 damage if a 16 is enough to hit you.
I also have damage reduction of 4.
Oh.
So does that affect it?
It sure does. So that is going to make it 4 times 4 is 16 plus 6 is 22.
So how much am I taking?
Well, actually, 22 divided by 2 because it did Whirling Frenzy, so you're going to take 11 damage.
Okay. Cool.
Let me see. And that is going to be... people ask why I'm good at math, and it's not because I paid attention in school. It's because I cut my teeth on 3.5. And there's so much math in that system. All right, so next dragon is going to... Next 2 dragons are going to come after Scheherazade. Next 3 dragons are going to come after Scheherazade. Next 4 dragons are going to come after Scheherazade, actually. Yeah, everyone you care about, homie. Let's see here.
Sean, all of them roll trouble because I did Blink Barrage.
Oh, nice. Good to know.
I'm also willing to interpose if that is possible.
Don't worry, I did the opposite of Sarah. I built for almost complete defense.
Okay, cool.
So the first one gets a trouble. And that makes it a 16.
16 hits, but I'm going to use my reaction to do Telespot. So I got to roll my agility versus their agility check.
Okay.
It's a 19.
I got an 18.
Okay. So whatever damage you're going to do to the big one.
Holy shit. That was 108 damage that was coming at you.
That definitely would have killed me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that hold on. I was rolling it for the big one. So does it have to be on another target?
Let me look at the language if it has to be at another
It'd be
target.
so funny if you made it bite itself.
Redirected attack to another target requires. Okay. So it does have to be another target. So I'm gonna go with the one that's next in the turn. I don't know the difference. They all look the same.
We're gonna say it's the one that has the most HP that you can kill this turn. So it comes down and it's like coming straight above you, and you just like open a portal directly above its head, and it comes out directly above the head of this one and does like the alien head bite, and just like crushes it. As that one's toast, and then the other two are going to attack. The first one gets an 11, and that's actually before it rerolls for trouble. And yeah, so it's 11. And then the next one is going to... see here, 19, but trouble, it is going to be, oops. Well, now it's a 10. So the other two are like scrambling and like trying to bite at you, but like also trying to bite around this big neck that's coming through this portal, and not understanding how space works right now, are not able to get a clean bite at you.
Yeah, could I add some flavor on that? Where trying to bite me, and I keep teleporting, and I'm trying to take off my heels because I'm trying to like dodge and heels. So it's just me like teleporting and free fall, and as I'm trying to take off my heels.
Amazing. Yeah, I like the idea because they have wings. So I like the idea that this is actually happening like probably like 60 feet above the actual balcony. So you teleport up, they all flew above you and are trying to bite you as you're free falling and doing a wardrobe change while you're teleporting them around you. That's sick. All right, exploit. Back to you.
This is gonna shock you. It might sound crazy what I'm about to say. I'm gonna just unrelenting smash again.
Go for it.
It's
Cool.
so good.
It's very funny.
Look, if it ain't broke, smash.
It's a deeply funny maneuver.
Wait, you skipped me. That one didn't even get my turn.
Wait, that wasn't
Oh,
That
your
was just me
turn.
react.
I forgot.
No,
You're
oh my
just
God.
so
My
good
turn.
not on your turn. Holy shit. I'm so sorry. I can't wait for that unrelenting smash, but we're going to go back to Scheherazade first. My bad.
I also was caught up and was like, damn, I'm cooking. I'm just gonna do. I was like, wait, I didn't even do my attack. I'm going to.
I'm just this good regular.
I'm going to blink barrage away from them again. I'm gonna go over here by Hellhound, and then I'm gonna shoot the one that's next to Hellhound. I'm gonna do the bolts. And that's against their agility, my ego. Okay, and that is going to be 58 points of damage.
All right. And is that on the... Which one was that on? Sorry.
The one that's in front of Hellhound.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, and that smokes him. How do you finish that one off?
As I'm free falling, I see Hellhound. I'm going to do a series of bamps, make my way over to them, and I'm going to like have lightning begin to form out of my fist. And I'm going to free fall and slam my fist into the top of their head with like a bolt of lightning going through it.
Hell yeah.
And then kind of fall into Hellhound's like arms. Hello, you okay?
I'm fine. It's been a long day.
Oh yes.
And as that dragon melts away, you're holding Scheherazade, and you look over and you see that Angela is unconscious on the ground. And we'll get to what that looks like when it is back to your turn, I guess. Exploit, it is your turn.
Wow. et cetera, unrelenting smash. I already rolled when we realized. Can I use that roll?
Yeah, you can just go with that one.
Thank you. Because does 18 hit?
18 does hit. Is it fantastic?
Yeah, it was.
Of course it was.
So that's 92 damage.
Did you want to move to where you're between two of them before you did that?
I will move to between. Sorry, yeah, one of them died between the turn. So that's 92 damage to those two schmucks.
Yeah, they're toast.
And then I will move in front of this one right here, or these two right here.
All right.
Yeah, I can't control I can't move exploit, so thank you. And then, okay, 16 hits, if I remember correctly. All right, and that is 39 rounded down. What the hell is 39 rounded down?
15 plus 4, so 19.
Okay, yeah, then 19 damage. And I think that's everything I can really do to them this turn. So, coolio.
All right. Venom, back to you.
Cool. So I am going to. There's still these two guys are alive. So we're gonna go with the old classic unrelenting smash. And the first thing we're gonna do is I'm just gonna hit the guy by Logan. So
when I learn how to play this game, it's over for you bitches. Go ahead.
So let me roll that. And that's a fantastic success for 110 plus 37 damage, because I'm angry, I add plus 37 to all of my damage.
Yeah, so
when angry, add 37.
As it roars, you like dart forward and you actually go like straight down its throat, and we see as you like move through its entire body that your sword is like coming out the top of it, and you like land on the other side and it basically like fillets open, and then like, lands, and you land on the other side of it.
Again. I jump over to this side and I do the exact same thing.
All right. I love superheroes. Like, you can do so much crazy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And that is a 24 to hit for 55 plus 37 divided by 2.
Do you divide the 37 by 2 too?
Yeah, okay. I think so.
I don't think it matters. The big guy is definitely dead. But say 55, 85, 92 divided by 2 is 46.
Yeah.
All right, so that the small guy's still alive, but barely.
Okay. And then that's my turn.
All right, and that is going to make it Logan's turn, who is going to leap up to this big guy over here and start hacking away at him. And then that guy is going to hack away at him. And I don't want to play D&D with myself, so we're going to go down to Scheherazade.
I'm going to teleport. I'm going to blink barrage my way over to Logan. And I am going to dump a bunch of bolts into this dragon. Gonna look at Logan, kind of sad because I know him and Aurora were close. But I'm going to concentrate on the task at hand, and I'm going to shoot this damn thing. That's a 14.
Let's see here. That does hit as you look at Logan, and you can see like the rage in his face and like that you normally see when he's working. But you can also see that there are like windswept tears down his cheeks, but like still like through the same like face of rage as he's hacking away at this thing. How much damage do you deal?
That does 1 plus equal damage for 2 rounds. So that is going to be 23 points of damage.
right. And that is going to make it, let's see, back to exploit.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to oh, this guy's still alive. I'm gonna fly over to the big one.
All right. You should
And
be able
I'm
to move
going.
your guy now.
Okay, cool. I saw, like I already know that's less than 20 squares, so I'm going to use the move Smash. This one's gonna,
Just a regular smash.
yeah, regular Smash, which is edge on close attack, and then +1 melee damage for every 2 points of focus I spend.
Dope.
So I'm gonna spend 50 points of focus, and I'm gonna go for a melee swing, I guess.
Dope.
And edge means you can re-roll it, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Oh, God hates me, I assume.
That's kind of the whole premise of this game, actually. So
Yeah, so that was an 11 to hit. Great. That was the re-roll, too. Damn. Does it... So do I still subtract it if the hit misses? I assume so, but...
oh, the focus, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I assume just an 11 flat out missed, so... Cool.
And that is going to make it Venom's turn.
I am going to also smash on the small guy.
All
It
right.
feels like 3 people is enough to handle the big guy. I'm also going to spend 50 focus. So that brings me down to my normal max.
All right.
And I am going to just, do that thing.
Hell yeah.
And that also, I also have an edge on that. Because it's that smash ability.
And what did you roll?
I rolled a 45 because I have angry.
How?
So
How, Sway?
angry gives you a plus 30. For me, it's plus 37
To your attack roll?
to your attack and damage.
Ow! What?
That's what it says.
I
hit the
believe
angry
you.
button.
I'm just confused.
Welcome
by
to
game's
Marvel
this.
busted
Multiverse,
as
where
hell.
the numbers are made up and the rules don't matter. All right.
Yeah.
All right. How much damage do you do? Because
I do 69 plus
Nice.
Plus 25. Yeah.
right.
So
Describe your killing blow to
lot.
this guy.
I take the necro sword and it's like flying, and I swing around it and bring the sword down on its head and chop its head off
Hell yeah.
on this small fella.
Yeah, you drop the sword down and you cleave its head off. It begins to wither and writhe before it just
And then
goes
where
limp.
is Angela?
Angela is unconscious over here. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, I'm going to go over there and get ready to if I need to be in the way of something attacking Angela's unconscious self.
All right. Hellhound, that is going to make it your turn.
Great. I'm also gonna pull similar to exploit and stand in front of Angela, and I'm gonna do the classic Hellfire Chain Hexball combo. So Hellfire Chains. That is what is this Dragon's Ego defense?
Let me see. It is a 10.
Okay, great. I rolled a 13 for 22 points of damage.
All right.
And then chuck that, yeet that hex bolt. This is a 19 against their agility.
All right. That is definitely going to hit.
Great. For 27 damage.
Nice.
So just pop.
All right. Yeah, hitting those right on the refresh rate. And so that is going to make it, let me see. I think we're back down to the dragon's turn. Who now is going to attack Exploit.
Make my day, please. Swing at me.
I wish you would. That is going to be a 16 to hit. Does a 16 hit?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
You're good. Deals 38 damage. Do you want to do anything with that?
Is that with damage reduction?
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah, I have
it's
4
my-
for
four?
DR reduction.
All right, so that's going to make it 16 plus 6 is 22.
Okay. So 22 damage or 22 reduction?
22 damage.
Okay. Why not? I'll use that. I'll take that. I'll absorb that.
All right. Yeah, this thing bites at you, and you are able to like as it chomps your skin that you took from Colossus begins to harden, and the teeth can't get through it. But we do see that like some of the energy siphons off of this creature back into you, and that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
I'm going to activate Blink Barrage for my movement, and then I'm going to do bolts of the bolts. I'm not gonna say his name. The bolt. 19 to hit,
All right, 19 hits.
and then it's gonna be 29 points of damage.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right, back to Exploit.
All right. We're going to try this one more again. I'm going to simply try to smash one more time. I'm going to throw 38 focus in it, which will throw my focus down to like 39, funnily enough.
All right.
All right, so 17 to hit so far. I'm going to try to greed to see if I get anything better.
All right.
I don't. These rerolls, it feels like they don't even reroll because I got the exact same results, but whatever. But yeah, still 17 to hit. That is 39 damage plus, I threw 38. Half of that is 19. So 39 plus 19 is 58 damage total.
And how do you finish this one off?
I think it is honestly pretty straightforward and simple, very dare core. Do you know Common Rider? Because I just do a big fucking rider kick.
Yes. Fantastic. Yeah, and bringing that big boot across, you like kick him, and we see like this pow frame as its teeth fly out and it falls to the ground. And as soon as that happens, there's chaos and pandemonium. Everyone kind of running every which way, trying to figure out what happened. And Logan is beginning to like make a beeline for Michael.
I would like to try to interpose myself in the middle of that.
You see that Logan looks at you and he says, "Why would you bring him here?"
I think my face falls because like I am grieving like as well. and I don't really have an answer besides he's my friend.
We're your
And
family.
I
This is on you. And he keeps walking.
Is there anyone else I can help around there?
Um, you can see that there are there are several wounded mutants. Um, you begin to look around and see who you can tend to. And you
Yeah.
see that Eric the waiter is kind of like mending his wounds as he is not quite unconscious, but still on the ground, bleeding pretty badly.
Are there any if there's any like mutants like Elixir, anyone who can do any healing nearby, I'm definitely gonna like copy a power.
Yeah,
But other than that,
you see that Lifeguard is running around trying to administer aid. Um,
okay. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna concentrate, copy a power, and I'm just going to help however I can in that way. I think I'm just really quiet at the everything going around. I'm not really talking. I'm just helping people as much as they can.
um, what is everybody else doing?
Um, Scheherazade is going to go to Michael. Michael, you can't be here.
I swear I didn't mean I swear I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I
What
swear it
happened?
I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't me. I was in all of a sudden I was with Null and Venom did it and I don't know. I didn't mean it. Can you let me I can leave. I can do whatever anyone needs me to do.
Michael, you need to leave. They're going to kill you.
Yeah, so I request a portal out, or is this just a leave, like start to run?
Scheherazade's going to try to open a portal for Michael to get away.
You start to use your sling ring and try and open a portal, and for some reason, there is some kind of ward that is preventing you from being able to do that. And you also begin to look around and you see all of the flowers and all of the flora and fauna that are here, or all the flora that is here, begin to kind of turn this this black substance, and the trees and the vines begin to be encased in what looks like symbiotic fluid, and you can begin to look around and see, as you kind of look over the balcony, you can almost see it kind of happening all across the landscape. Roll logic.
Is this me investigating something? Because I get
Yes.
what is it advantage on? Okay. Let me logic. It's a 9. No, that's not an 8. It's a 10. I'm going to do a reroll. 18. It's a fantastic.
You've while you've never been here before, you know that Krakoa in itself is a living entity. It's mutant, in fact. And it seems like, in the same way that the Venom symbiote has bonded to Michael, that some kind of symbiote is bonding to Krakoa itself and turning the entire island into something that is going to be hostile to everybody on it.
I think there's a moment of panic. She turns and looks at Michael. We have to warn everyone. Everyone. The island is being claimed by the
You begin to
by the
like
symbiote.
you begin to yell that, and you see that some of these like black vines are beginning to like come up and like grab people, and like you see people getting pulled in several directions all over the place, and you see some of the trees that are like growing limbs, and those limbs growing teeth, and beginning to like pull people in, and you are just like looking around in horror as the island is beginning to eat its inhabitants.
I make a beeline for Angela and pick her up to make sure that nothing, no
Make an
hands
agility
or nothing.
check.
Oh, fuck. No! Agility. 17.
You see, you like run towards Angela, and you begin to see the earth below her shake as she is just like enveloped and pulled into the earth.
I'm gonna turn to Michael. Michael, carry my body wherever we go. I'm going to climb on his hands and I'm going to astral project. I'm going to try to delay the symbiote from taking everybody.
Let's look up the rules on astral projection and see how this works.
Got it. So astral project, if the thing lets me do the thing, if it lets me read the description. Okay. You can project an avatar into the astral plane, leaving your physical body in a deep trance in the real world where it is vulnerable to attack. While in the astral plane, they can interact with other characters in the astral plane, but they are intangible, invisible, or generally undetectable in the real world. However, they can sense things in the real world. If the character is a rank 4 or higher, they can also take on a transparent form and can be seen in the real world. While in the astral plane, the character can fly in combat. Their flight speed is equal to their rank times their run speed. Outside of combat, they can move 10 times as fast.
All right. So yeah, you begin to astral project, and you can kind of see through this this island, and you can see into its core, and you see that like several levels below its surface, that there is like essentially a heart that is like basically like this big living chamber where basically the heart of Krakoa is communicated to, and you probably don't know this. But there is somebody who can speak to Krakoa itself, somebody who basically deciphered its language and taught it how to be a nation for mutants, and that is Cypher. And you see that there is a man standing in this heart with his hands kind of touching Krakoa, and out from him is pouring this symbiote. It is kind of a like blonde curly haired man who is actually wearing black armor and has the emblem of Null on his chest.
I am intangible, invisible. Can people hear me? Can also take on transport. Can be. It doesn't say if people can hear me or not. So I'm gonna assume that he can hear me. I'm gonna try to talk. I'm assuming this is Cypher, correct?
Yes.
Um, excuse me, young man.
You can he speaks back to you in the language of the Eternals, which you've never been spoken to by anybody outside of the Eternals. And he says, if you were wise, you would tend to the business of Celestials.
Then thank God you found a fool.
And he I think we get a panel of him like smiling as he turns around, and he says, I will claim my rightful place as the new King in Black, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. This is just the beginning. Your friend stands in my way, and to take what is rightfully mine, I will strike him down. If you are wise, you will not deter me.
Why take so many? So many that have nothing to do with the quiff between you and Michael.
I'm making this place better. It was made by an old man, or at least it was commanded. It is now under the command of an old man with outdated ideas, who has proven time and time again that for all of his wisdom and for all of his hubris, that he does not truly know what is best for mutant kind. He has had several chances and he has failed every time. Mut- Mutant kind is on the verge of needing to evolve. This is the next stage of evolution. This will make us complete.
So you would topple one king to replace it with another?
Yes, of course I would. That is what happens when kingdoms outlive their purpose and outlive their use. It is given back to the people when those governments no longer serve them.
You do nothing but repeat the cycle. I know. I've seen the Roman Empire fall. I've seen the Byzantine Empire fall. You replacing one king with another is not evolution. You are simply running in place. I can offer better knowledge. I can offer something better if you let these people go.
Roll ego.
And I have a thing that if I'm trying to convince somebody of something,
It definitely seems like you
gives
are.
me yes. So I'm going to roll at advantage or whatever it's called in this game. And then roll again. A 16?
He thinks for a moment and he says, "Bring your friend here. If he seeks to atone for what he's done, he can do it by facing my sword." And you see that his hand extends, and in his hand begins to form what looks almost exactly like all black. Almost as if it is all black.
Michael is nothing more than a man. Take me, I am of celestial birth and born.
He laughs. He says, "You do not understand what my purpose is here. The time for universes existing in their own timelines is past. I am here to claim the one and only blade of the King in Black across the multiverse. And your friend is just a stepping stone in the way. So, be he worthy, let him face my blade. Unless, of course, he would like to give it to you. I'm sure in that case we could work out something that's more to your liking."
So all you seek is the sword, and you will let all these people go.
I seek to kill the one who wields the sword. There can only be one.
I see. And I have your word, if that should count for anything, that you will let this island and its people go.
Well, we'll see. For if he can strike me down, then it becomes a non-issue, but I doubt that he has what it takes to defeat me.
Then you do not know Michael. And I will dissipate and pop back into my body with like tears flowing down my face, and I will tell Michael, you have to face him. Either that or give me the sword. There's a creature at the heart.
I can't let you take my burden. This is my mistake.
You are my best friend. I will not let you face the world alone.
And I think Michael just like sits like there's the hearing that someone like with all of this horribleness that's happening around him, the idea that someone cares is like a really big deal. So I think um he says, "What do you want me to do?"
We must go to him. Call. We must go to him, and you must face him in combat. Should you defeat him, this island shall be released of its prison.
Done.
Does my power work enough to let me portal to where this guy is?
Absolutely. And you can take everybody with you.
Okay. I will, instead of using the ring, I will just conjure into the Library of Alexandria, and I will open a large portal into the heart of the island, where we can see that big heart and Cypher standing covered in black as I like nose bleeding a little bit to like hold it open, and turn to like Michael and kind of smile. Do me proud. I
Let's
can't
do this
wait to
thing.
see how the story ends.
You can all step through, because I kind of like the idea of recreating the scene from Dune Part 2.
Yes, please.
So we have so as you walk into the heart of Krakoa, you can see that what was once like this this like room that was filled with all of these branches and leaves and what was once like a colorful, beautiful room, and it is to some extent still is beginning to be overtaken by this symbiote and pulled in. And you also see that like against the wall, in fact, I think Zinnia, you probably noticed this first, that there are some mutants that are kind of like being pulled into the wall by the symbiote. Hellhound, you look up and you see that Angela is basically like suspended on the ceiling, kind of like in almost like a spider web of symbiote, and like kind of like enveloped in it. Zinnia, one thing that you see actually is Cypher in the wall.
Like Doug's in the wall.
Doug's in the wall. The man who's standing there looks exactly like Cypher. But it might not be this universe's Cypher.
How does Warlock react to that?
Warlock,
Because he's still with me.
yeah, Warlock, like notices Doug in the wall and says, "Friend," and then begins to like disseminate from you and like begins to like run towards him. And as he does, he is like pulled into the floor and disappears. And you see this other Doug, who is standing on the platform before you, draws a sword and says, "Let's see what you're made of."
Yeah, may thy whatever chip and shatter.
Such a nerd. I'm going to actually have everybody roll for initiative.
God.
This is insane.
This is awful, Sean. My heart.
I need you to understand, the second we're done fighting, Michael's fucked. I need you to know he's
Fair.
getting thrown through the floor.
All right. So are y'all on the right map? Yeah, I put you on the right map, but let me get
Did
everybody
you?
else in.
We on a map? Ooh.
And I get to pull out the character sheet I made.
Oh,
Hey, your boy got a fantastic success. I don't want to do this. I hate everything that's happening right now.
I'm having so much fun.
I missed this so much. Exploit, what was your roll?
it was a 19 again.
Venom, what was your roll?
15, but it's a fantastic success.
I love that for you. Hellhound, what did you get?
16.
And Scheherazade, what did you get?
19.
Cypher's actually going to spend a karma.
Cypher's heroic.
Yeah, it's a boss fight, my guy.
Crazy.
He's gonna spend
I'm glad that's the wild thing we're dealing with today.
Yeah. I mean, that's among the very badness of everything.
I think we'll wait for Sean to do this. I'm gonna have Scheherazade like grab Michael's head and press it against hers, and tell him, I know you are a good person, despite all the murder and all the other things that people claim that you have. I know that deep inside you are a better man, and that you have the ability to be a better man. May your blade be true. Night. And she's gonna kiss you on the forehead, and I'm doing that to do inspiration to you the entire fight.
Hell yeah.
All right. With his karma rerolled, Cypher also gets a fantastic success, and he gets a 17 for his initiative.
Cool.
So Cypher is going to first dash forward, and he is going to... Actually, no, he's not even going to dash forward. I forgot how I built this guy. Now I remember.
It's just built different.
Yeah, sorry. I thought he was a dive, but he's not. He's a poke. So what we're gonna do is... let me see. What is your agility defense?
My agility defense is 16.
All right. He gets an 18 to hit you, and
Okay.
he is using Venom Blast as he like points his sword forward, and a bioelectric shock comes out of it. It is not a fantastic success, so it does regular damage, which is going to be 25. If I'm assuming you're going to do some fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna absorb that.
All right, cool.
Okay. God damn you, Cypher. He says,
Legendary Bull.
quoting the Matrix. Okay.
All right, and that is going to make it your bonus round.
I'm gonna get in there. Oh, I don't have control of
Oh, let me give you your thing.
my fella.
All right, you shut down.
I'm gonna swing in, and let's do this, I guess.
Let's
So-
fucking go.
So I can use a reaction on my turn, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna use Ram.
All right.
And I'm going to use Smash, and I'm going to pump 100 focus into it. No, let's not do that yet. I'm just gonna ram, and I'm gonna use Clobber for now.
All right.
Because otherwise I would also take a fair amount of damage.
Oh no.
Sorry, it just takes a second. Cool. And I get a reroll because I'm using the Necro Sword, which gives me edge. And that is a 15. It's a fantastic success.
All right.
And it deals triple damage. So that's
What-
going to be
What is he defending with? Melee
it
or-
is melee.
Okay, so meets it beats it. You do hit.
So I do 310 damage.
Just add a 0 next to whatever you had for his health. Just add a 0. No one will know. Just add a 0. Just no one's gonna know it. It's fine.
Michael's built
I-
different.
I also take if the attack is a fantastic success, the character takes regular damage, so I take 110 damage.
So it's so fucking insane.
And
So fucking insane.
I can't. So
Your
what
mic
would
is
you say?
fucky.
I swear to God, Jordan. I swear
No.
to fucking God.
No.
I'm never inviting you to another game except for every other game I ever play ever.
So it's technically 330 damage.
Oh my god.
Let me guess
Just add a 0. Just add a 0 next to that.
329 damage.
Me looking at the screen as Sean goes to click on the thing and seeing it. And I'm like, that's 100.
What's he at? What's he
And
got?
that's, I don't want to be I don't want to be the worst person. It is technically I didn't add the 37 damage onto that first.
God,
Let me see if I gave myself any, because I gave. Well, that would have been good if it was an agility attack, so that doesn't work.
Oh my god,
Um,
this game is so fucking funny.
Let me see. Does he have a? Yep, and that doesn't work for that.
Look, he can get
And
6
he's
whole
fucked.
health
Nope,
back.
he's fucked.
So it's in total it's 441 damage. What? Because that's on top of the angry, which is another
Nice.
37
Oh
times 3.
I'm gonna throw
my
myself
God.
into the sun, and I'm just listening to this.
And I am down to 20 something.
And then God pulls out a gun and just shoots Michael. Like, what the fuck?
Wolverine stabs him again. Logan's
my
just here and
God.
kills Michael.
No. Yeah, I think what it is it is very I kind of actually do really dig this.
It is actually kinda
because
sick.
it kind of has like an Akira Kurosawa thing
Yep,
where like you both
100%.
like come to the middle and you just like draw the sword really fast and just like cut him straight across and then just like sheath it again and he just like steps backwards in shock as you can see like his eyes go black and then like black goo comes out of his eyes or where his eyes used to be and he just immediately like turns into this pool of nothing and he's toast. And you also see like the as he like sinks into this pool, all of the symbiote that is connected to Krakoa like begins to form into that pool and like pull back, and you can see that the pods that people are in begin to break, and this symbiote just kind of like crawls back into this portal, and yeah,
And we lost Dare.
we lost Dare. Dare's like I can't handle
Dare
this
was
anymore.
in the symbiote and just goop.
Dare got sucked away. Wild.
Boy, howdy.
I like.
And that's the arc, everyone. We did it.
Yeah, that was sick as hell. But yeah, so that having happened,
Dare's back.
Hi, all of this bullshit broke my Zoom for a second, I guess.
that's insane.
Yeah, you started breaking like all apart and then it just crashed.
Let me see here.
This is also Michael's fault.
I mean, I feel like this whole season is Michael's fault, if we're being
God
fair.
damn it.
Mike, you almost got my girlfriend killed. Oh my god.
My entire island and people are dying.
Michael is just following in the rich, time-honored Marvel tradition of every like white man in the Marvel universe and just creating his own problems.
This is where I would get in the comic and then turn the page and be like, "That's it." I waited four issues, and that's the end of the comic. Man, fuck you, Hickman.
I know you mean Jonathan Hickman. That is also my last name.
I really thought you meant Dare for a second.
No, I knew exactly what they were
Like,
talking
damn,
about.
what did Dare do?
All right. Man, it's a good thing that I didn't decide that this was the BBG. I almost did, and it's a good thing I didn't. But
Next guy,
The time-honored
3,000 hit
tradition
points.
of making the boss have a second level. That's all you have to do, Sean.
Apostle of Merkel.
uh, so yeah, no, you annihilate this guy who apparently was a blowhard. Let's be real, it was Cypher. And you you then hear Noel's voice in your head that says,
Impressive. Maybe there is something that you could be useful for. I'll give you another chance
I'll
to
tell
serve
you.
me.
I'll tell you what I'm going to be useful for. You hurt people I care about. I'm coming for you. You are the void. You are the blackness. You are the emptiness. Maybe we've had enough of that. Maybe we don't need that anymore.
Yes, quite enough. Thank you.
Good luck. I'll be waiting.
And
I'll be there.
stay out.
and with that, the voice subsides, and you come back to the room, and you can see that Hellhound has been able to pull Angela out of the wall.
I'm just kind of like cradling her face. I'm like, hey,
What
you okay?
happened?
You okay? A lot has happened in the last 10 minutes. All that matters, you're safe. You're okay. You're here. Everything's fine.
Okay. Maybe
Michael just like obliterated a man.
that's so cool.
It's fine.
Can we get Taco Bell after this?
We can't get Taco Bell. And I gave her the biggest kiss.
To answer your question, Darren, no, the Krakoa is no longer venomized. The symbiote
cool.
that was connected to Krakoa fell back into the void with Cypher. And all of you are able to kind of help all of the people who were trapped in the walls. Logan comes down, and behind him are Cyclops and Charles Xavier. And Charles actually walks directly up to, is looking at Michael, but walks up to Zinnia and says, when Krakoa was formed, we laid out a set of laws. The first of which is that we do not kill humans. And that is why I am here and Eric is not.
I think she's like, well, she can't like meet his eyes with a stupid fucking helmet. But I think I think looks down actually. Like you can just feel the child in trouble here. Um, I I don't know what you want me to say. I we'll leave. I
Your
um
citizenship to Krakoa has been revoked. You no longer have a place here.
I had a feeling that would happen.
Wait, is that all it takes?
It's
No,
not their
no, no, no,
fault.
no, no,
Is
no,
that
no.
all it takes?
I think I also yell at everyone to like stop arguing.
You
No,
who have
I
lived countless lifetimes, who have seen civilizations fall, who have seen what happens when people cease to exist and are erased from history, should know the gravity of the situation. My people have faced multiple attempts to bring us to extinction. This was just another. And that is our burden, and we are fine with bearing it. But do not tell us how to bear that burden.
I have a question. With Krakoan, I know it is a thing that is like telepathically beamed into the heads of mutants. Do I still know it as like I am revoked of my citizenship?
I don't think you do.
I had a feeling. Cool. Yeah, I do. I don't even think I take if I have any bags or anything. I think I simply like grab any photos I have, uh, a backpack, kind of like how I was backpacking, just kind of going through stuff before. Um, and yeah, as I head to a Krakoa portal, if there's any mutants who are there to see me off, if not,
There is one.
oh,
It's Quentin.
I had a feeling.
Um, and as you are walking towards the portal, you see Quentin's like leaned up against a tree, and he is like throwing a ball up in the air, but kind of using it to practice his telekinesis. And he looks over at you and he says, I hate being wrong.
What do you
And
mean?
I promised you always had a place here.
I think there's definitely tears welling up in her eyes. I think she has tried to leave with as much dignity as she can maintain. And I think she just gives him a hug. And once again, it's that like child, like trying not to cry, like just hanging on with whatever like energy she has left.
He,
And in, oh,
yeah, he holds you uh, very tightly, um, and he says, "I'm not good at, you know, what to say in these things, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna tell you that I'll see you when I see you,
yeah.
and
I think in the one like bit of Krakoa she managed to like genuinely learn. Like I think she just says like I love you and I love Krakoa, and then she steps through the portal.
the rest
And
of you are would be escorted not to a Krakoan portal, but like kind of back through essentially human customs and escorted off the island. And that would take you all back to the embassy in New York.
where does
And
mine take me?
yours, where do you want it to take you?
I don't think there's anywhere for her to go. I think I think it probably takes her to the embassy as well.
Um, you are all escorted back uh, by Kurt, who so I think at that point, I think in that case, all of you would be taken out together and exploit with the rest of the humans. And um, all of you are back at the embassy, and Kurt kind of just like has a very downtrodden look on his face. Um, and he like looks up at you, looking for the words to say and not finding them as he turns and walks back through the portal.
I think the second Kurt leaves, the second there's like no mutant watching, the dam breaks. She just, I think, crumples to her knees and just sobs uncontrollably.
think I think Scheherazade would do as like all moms do, kind of rub the small of your back and just kind of sit next to you and just let you cry for a bit.
don't think she has it in her to say anything else.
You'll get back there. If they are family, family always forgives. The wound is just fresh. Should you choose, I would love to have you at the library.
I think, yeah, I don't have anywhere else.
That is untrue. You always have a place in the library.
I'd like to go there, please.
Of course, of course.
And all of you are together again, not under the best of circumstances, but at least you have each other as you walk into the library and the gate behind you closes. And we move somewhere else as we see like a cliffside city that looks like it's on the Mediterranean Sea, and we see like Corinthian style architecture as it like pans over, and we see a caption pops up that says Olympia, and we see inside of a building like a blur moving through it, and then as it stops we see Makari standing behind Icarus, and we see he like just kind of looks up and turns around and says, "Gather the others. We have to act." And that is where we will pick up next time.
Wow.
Wow. Mind you, I won't be here next week. So good luck, gamers.
We'll do our best.
Do we do
So
outro or something?
we should do an outro. I was just sitting in it because that was
Bummer.
that was a big old bummer.
Next week we go to Six Flags.
Wild first episode, gang. But we are gonna go ahead and do the little circle. So I've been Sean. You can find me on all socials at HighGainSad, mostly on Blue Sky nowadays. Gonna be doing more stuff with the arcade here soon, which I'm excited about. We've got this game. And also in a couple weeks, I'm going to be running Eat the Reich on Thursday nights with a really cool group of people. So if you want to come see hot vampires kill Nazis, definitely show up. It's going to be fun. But I'm going to pass it over to Jordan.
Hello, I've been Jordan. Dear, don't give me that look. I didn't do anything. Um,
Remember, Sean is God. This is Sean's fault.
I've been Jordan. You can find me most places at GM-Jordan or GM_Jordan on TikTok. You can also just like stop by, yell at me, at my house. And I'll toss it. I'm gonna toss it to Dare again.
Oh wow, sink the dagger. Anyway, hi, hello, hey. I'm Dare. You can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number two, DREAM RPG. I have been streaming a bit more. Life has been a little hectic, so I have not been able to. But if you want to watch me do a redeemed dirge run of Baldur's Gate 3, as well as my Elden Ring playthrough, you can find me at Twitch. Dare to Dream RPG everywhere because the brand is fucking strong. And I'm going to throw it to Sarah.
Hi, I've been Sarah. You can find me on most platforms at Oops All Smurf. I don't post a ton of content, but you know, you can also come just yell at me, find me, say whatever. I don't have anything to promote right now except go drink some water and take care of yourselves, everyone. And I'll pass it to Tally.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tali. You say them pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the internet. That's underscore Barnaby. And you can catch me every other Friday night over on Smoking Glue John's channel on Veil of Atheum, where I play just a sad warlock, getting her teeth kicked in constantly by Whitney's bullshit. That's that's Friday nights at 7 p.m. EST.
All right. Well, until next week, we'll see all of y'all later. Night, everybody.
Later, y'all.
Bye.